Yo, yo, it's October London, and you are listening to We Sound Crazy. Let's go. There's not a lot of artists now. There's artists out there, but there's not a lot of artists that move me to a point where I'm like, give me that feeling like, so.
Feelings.
Yeah.
Feelings.
This podcast is about feelings.
We sound crazy.
Welcome to another week of We Sound Crazy. Your boy, Phillionaire, is in the building.
Claude Kelly is in the building.
What's up? Chuck Harmony is in the building.
Bacon from Macon is in the building.
We got the King of Cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The king of cigars and brown.
He's South Bend, Indiana native.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Signed to Death Row Records by
Yeah.
the one and only, the legend Snoop Dogg.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
He's a Soul Train Music Award nominee. I think a few
Uh-huh.
times over, 3 or 4 times, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Currently on the Serenade Tour with my brother Maxwell. My sister Miss Jasmine Sullivan, and he's
yeah.
killing it every night. And last but not least, he's got October Nights, which is available right now on
Right
all
now.
platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise. October London is in the building.
Yo, what up?
Yeah, we're glad you're here.
Man, thank you.
October in October.
That's right.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
how it should be.
That's how it
You know what I'm
should
saying?
be.
Yeah.
You got a whole month to yourself,
Yeah.
and the rest of the just greedy. You got the whole year and a whole month dedicated. But we're glad you're here, man.
Yeah, thank you, man. Thank you for having me.
I'm gonna come out the box with the compliments. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
Okay.
A lot of people, there's all this conversation about R&B all the time, right? And there's a lot of words thrown around too loosely about hits, classics, who got next,
Right.
Legend.
Yeah.
Legend. And I would say that you are one of a very small group of artists that are actually making hit R&B records,
Yeah, man.
that are actually doing things that I think is beneficial to R&B. So off the rip, congratulations on what you're doing.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man.
Thank you.
Off the bat.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Do you feel like you're doing something a little different because you are?
I don't know. I like just doing these records and like I'm from Indiana. It still feels like, I'm in like the grind mode.
Yeah,
Like I haven't really felt it yet or anything, Like it's weird because people come up to me and they say all these things and I'm just like, I really think I'm dreaming, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's working.
Yeah.
It's working.
It's working.
I will definitely say that I feel like what you do, like far too often, especially with our generation, we either get an artist that only appeals to the younger generation, or we have to look to artists that have come way before us to get a certain feeling.
Right.
I will definitely say that I feel like everybody in my family loves October London. You put his records on. You put his records on at the fish fry, at the family function,
The fish fry, Lord.
and the kids,
fry.
the kids gonna love it.
Yeah.
Mama gonna love it. Grandma love it because it definitely takes you back to a time when you just felt music in a certain way. But the kids love it because it's bops. It feels good.
I didn't think they were gonna take to it.
Really?
No, I wasn't gonna release this album. This album was a put in a hard drive and never see it again.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah, like Rebirth of Marvin was just like me just doing a vibe check on my own, pretty much. Like, if you've been to Snoop's compound, he plays music all throughout the compound,
He
24
loves
hours a
music.
day. Yeah,
He
it's
loves music.
24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's music playing, in the hallways. So, I was just in the studio just making music, and Marvin played like 2-3 times. And I was like, well, okay, let me make this record, and I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
Because I would
And
always see you at the compound with Dog, and that's when I was still at Sony and we did the Bible of Love, which you were on that project.
Yeah.
And I would always see October in the studio recording. I'd just go up there to meet with Snoop, and he would just be in a room just working.
Yeah, I'm a workaholic.
That's the one to look out for.
Yes.
The one that's locked away in the studio when everyone's fucking around.
Yeah.
That's the one that got the eye of the tiger.
I was definitely fucking around most of the time. But he was working,
Yeah, I mean, he and Dog knows. When I first met him, he found out I was a workaholic because I did when we did Colorblind in 2016. I knocked out 18 records in 3 days. And he was
Hello.
like, okay, and we used every single one of them, I believe. So going forward, obviously the Rebirth of Marvin, I was just knocking out records. Like Rebirth of Marvin was done in a week. I didn't write anything. It just came off from, just going to the microphone and recording.
Really?
Yeah.
That's scary because that means
It's
there's a whole lot more music coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, Back to Your Place was done in like an hour. I just was messing around.
Wow.
It's such a quality record, though.
It
Like
is.
I'm not even bullshitting. It's like even the sonics of it is quality.
Yeah.
Thank you.
produced that record, by the way?
Back to Your Place was produced by it's Superfly and someone else. I forget the other name, but yeah, Superfly had a part in it.
Kudos.
Yeah, so I just was knocking out records.
But that's what I'm saying. Like having been doing this for enough time now to watch waves happen. There's a thing, especially with R&B music, where it takes a song like that to grant permission for people to be able to express again. We go through these waves. Like Neo did that. I remember when first the one he wrote for Mario, when Let Me Love You came out, and then of course So Sick and all that stuff. It allowed guys to be musical again. And Melanie Fiona was another one with It Kills Me, that it just opened up for people to do expressive things. And we go through these moments where we forget melody matters. And then Back to Your Place, that's what that did. It came out and it was like, oh yeah. Feelings.
Feelings. Yeah.
Imagine that.
we all have feelings.
We all have feelings and we want to express them somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take us back to how you even get from Indiana to the studio with Snoop.
Yeah. So I was about to graduate truck driving school in 2015.
Oh.
Yeah, I had gave up on music for the 20th time. And I was like, you know what, forget it. This is it for me, yada, yada, yada. And it was probably around Christmas time, 2015. And a friend of mine called me over, DeMarco Black, shout out to him. He called me over and was like, hey, I have a friend that knows of, Jazzy Pha. And I'm like, all right, okay, cool. I went over there and we made this phone call. I ended up getting Jazzy's number. And I can't believe that I got his number first off. And then I'm texting him like, yo, Jazzy, this is October London. I got some records for like Future and all these. I'm sending them those records. I'm not, like I said, I'm not even thinking about doing some Rebirth of Marvin stuff.
Feelings.
Yeah, I'm not even thinking about doing feelings. I'm thinking about, I'm on that. So, and I sent him that, but I snuck in a record called Colorblind, which was on the Colorblind album. And I was like, oh, you probably ain't gonna like this shit. It's old, Threw that in there. Well, it turns out that's the record, So he's flying. And we end up talking. He said, send the records. I sent them back. And then after that, he said he was going to link up with somebody, but he didn't tell me who. And then he flew to link up with Snoop at the compound. He's working on his album. And I guess he played it for him. And Snoop was like, yo, this kid's from Indiana. I got to sign this kid. So Jazzy called me back and was like, yo, I got somebody that wants to meet you, wants to holler at you. We listened to the records, they're fire, and just give me some time. So fast forward now. So much stuff has been happening where it's like, oh, I'm finally going to make it, and falls off. I got it, done. So I'm like, I'm going to finish truck driving school. I'm like, yeah, this is whatever. So I continue to try to finish. Obviously, I'm not done with truck driving school. Then comes night before the Super Bowl. And all of a sudden, Jazzy's like, yo, remember I told you I had somebody to call? I was like, yeah. And me and Jazzy had been talking back and forth. And he was like, hold on just a second. It was, yo, what's up, homie? It's the big boss Snoop Dogg. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Click. That's what I wanted to do. I was like, yeah, right. And it was him. He was like, yo, I love your music. And I want to have you come out to LA, man. I want to fuck with you, man. I was like, all right, cool. So I flew out on March 16, 2016. It was a wrap. That was it.
He knows the date because that was the date that changed the game.
That was the date that changed the game. Me and him are Libra, so he came out. It was like we knew each other already.
All right, it was like old friends.
Yeah. That was it.
So when you got to Death Row, because I know it's such a legendary label that everybody has a story about Death Row. Like, what was your initial take on Death Row, and how different is it now that you're signed to it?
Good question.
Well, I grew up on, Death Row and all that. So I was like, there's no way I'm going to be on Death Row. That's not even, we all know what Death Row is, so it's like, ain't no way this R&B artist is going to, do what I've done, on this type of label, on a gangster rap label.
Right.
So, being in the studio with Dog, I was there when he did his deal to acquire Death Row. So, being in that room when he gets off the phone, it's like, all right, yeah, deal's done. Boom, click. All right, October, you're next up. I'm like, huh? He was like, yeah, you're you're the flagship of Death Row. I'm like, like, yeah, right.
A label that does what they say they're gonna do. Imagine that.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
yeah. I love being on Death Row. I get creative control.
Yeah.
I get to do whatever I want. If I want to switch genres, he's like, cool, do you. There's nobody over my shoulder every day talking about don't do this, don't do this. It's none of that. He's just like, yeah, what you feeling? I want to do an EDM record today because I'm a multi-genre artist.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to do EDM today. Oh, okay, cool. All right, I'll be back. I'll check in with you later on. And he comes back and it's either done or halfway done, the whole record. And then he's just like, all right, cool, let's put it out.
Love it.
Yeah, there is no, the people aren't going to, he's just like, just do it.
But it also goes to the fact that, I mean, besides the fact that he's the Snoop Dogg,
Right.
like there's the fact that someone who loves music is in charge.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When people love
He's
music,
a creative.
right? How they treat artists, how they treat art, and even the creative process is totally different. So I imagine it's a good place to be when he's so appreciative of just the creative process.
Absolutely. He's been just by my side the whole time, just making sure that I'm happy.
Yeah.
And that's what you don't get at labels a lot, like the artist is just, all right, get up and dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, tap dance for me. Yeah. It's just like, he's not like that at all. Like he will send me a record or he'll send me a track and be like, yo, you feel this, and I'm like, no, I don't feel it. All right, cool. Like he doesn't force me to do any records. Like me and him have a thing where like when I do music, like to say back to your place, even Mulholland Drive, all that, if I listen to a beat and I don't hear the hook in the first 30 seconds to 45 seconds, I don't do it at all. So I don't ever force records. So with Dog, he's like, sends a track, and he just waits. He's like, he didn't call me, so clearly he doesn't like it. And that's it. Like it's the easiest thing being with Dog and Death Row. It's the easiest.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I would love to know, because you've been on the road quite a bit. And like I said earlier, I mean, just people that I know in my inner circle love just your records. Do you remember the first time that you realized you were making an impact with your music? Like people singing your words back to you, like you realize like, yo, this shit is happening.
There was actually, there was one time when we were on tour and my guys know exactly what happened. So we're doing the show. This is beginning of the year. So we're doing my headline tour and the headline tour is selling out and I'm happy as hell. And we're rushing everything. And I usually take my cigar and my liquor on stage. Well, this time I had the liquor and I'm like, oh, Sean, where's the cigar? Oh, we forgot the cigar. And we can't go back. I got to go on stage. I'm literally walking on. And I walk on stage and I'm just joking around with people. I'm like, man, I forgot my cigar tonight. And people just start throwing cigars in the air. Like, yo, I got it. So Sean was like, oh, or my tour manager, Jonathan, he was like, yo, it's a guy right here. He has a cigar. I was like, all right, cool. He hands me the cigar on stage. It's the same exact cigar that I always smoke, Placencia. So he did his homework, and people are throwing out these Placencia cigars.
Yeah.
So they know, they have been paying attention. And I was like, well, bet. I was like, he gave me the cigar. I was like, man, that's dope. Have him just come on the side of the stage and watch instead of being out there. He was like, bet. After the show, went and talked to him. He gave me a hug. He was like, man, I was about to kill myself.
Yo.
Damn. He was like, I got a divorce. I'm going through this whole divorce with my ex-wife. I was literally about to kill myself. And your album helped me get through it. And I was like, what? Like, just got done doing this crazy explosive show and just get out and it's like somebody is impacted by my music. That's wild to me.
Yeah.
Like I have people like cancer patients that hit me up like, yo, this is what helps you get through chemo. I'm like, what?
That's
man.
Something that I make in an hour.
The power of music, man.
Yeah.
music,
Yeah. That's what's
that gives
crazy.
you chills, man, because you just don't know who's being affected, who's being healed.
So is the goal for you, because I remember when the Shandelas was learning your music for the tour.
Yeah.
I was hearing all these different voices that you have on this. It's not just one thing, it's a lot of things.
Yeah.
So is the goal to be a multi-genre artist?
Absolutely. That's the main goal. Like I will not retire until it's all out. Like I want my whole catalog to be out.
I feel you on that.
I like go through my catalog all the time, just been, siphoning through it. And I just have, I think I have over 1,000 records, but they're all put in like album form. So I have like 50 albums from 2004 to 2014. And then it goes like 8 albums I did in 2015, 5 albums I did. And they're all different genres. It's country, it's pop, it's reggaeton, it's everything. And I even have my alter ego is Sam Nash. I do country.
Yeah.
And Sam Nash is, it's out. It's out on iTunes. It's out on Spotify and everywhere. And just being able to do that, and Dog's like, yeah, just do it. just don't do country under October London. Do it under a different alias. So when you go out on tour, you can do, which we're about to do in 2025. We're going to do like October London will be on Friday. We're going to do same concert, but Sam Nash on Saturday. You know what I'm saying? Then go overseas and go do my EDM house. So just be bouncing around, ping, 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 ping,
hitting all the genres.
Exactly.
Collecting all the checks.
Yeah, all of them. And
all the checks.
And I'm producing. I'm writing. I do my own. I'm my own engineer. I mix. I master. So Dog's like
saving a lot of money too.
Saving a lot of money.
Yep.
I told y'all he was working every time.
Yeah.
I was fucking around. He was working.
Yeah. When I came into the studio and met him in 2016, I FedExed all my stuff to the compound, and he came into the room in room B, and he was like, "You're not gonna use all this stuff in the studio?" I was like, "No, just need my Mac and my mic. I'm good." He was like, "Man, I spent millions of dollars on this stuff. You gonna come in here and tell me you're not gonna use it?" I'm like, "No, I mean, I'll hook up to the speakers when it's time for me to mix." He's like, "You mix too?
You do everything.
I don't need my engineer." I was like, "No, you can send them home. I don't need an engineer, no mixers, no master."
So the records we're hearing you mix those records.
I pre-mixed them, and then we had them mixed by Superfly and a couple others for this one. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
We sound crazy.
When the skies are gray, say, okay, yes, you are a beautiful woman. You brighten up my day, every day. A beautiful
A beautiful woman for our special guest this week, October London.
Hey,
I love that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. You know where the inspiration came from, because I know you guys probably hear it.
I mean, the Kels.
Yeah.
We love Kels.
I love Kels. Like, that's who I grew up listening to. Like, lyrically, like
I love
one
Just like all of us.
As a songwriter and producer, what's your favorite Kels record?
Album you talking about or song?
Song.
What's
Jesus.
the
It's a big catalog to sift through.
It really is, man. Man, I've never gotten asked that question. I'd have to say probably, I want to say Your Body's Calling, but then I'm thinking of him and Ronald Isley, and the writing on that was impeccable.
Yeah, man.
And like, that's a hard one. That's a hard one, because I've listened to so much, man. TP2 is one of my favorite albums.
Classic.
As soon as that hit it hard from the back, I was like, "Yep, that's it." I was like, "Yep, I'm getting something tonight for sure, for sure."
Now,
So,
I like that that's an inspiration, because it's a big part of what's missing from music as well. Is them feelings, but with that bravado, with like the man's perspective.
right.
So that's I like that record a lot, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Coming out of Rebirth of Marvin into this October Nights project, like what was the mindset or the thought process, knowing that you had people like the guy telling you, "Yo, you saved my life with this album." You know, people are responding to this record in an amazing way. Do you feel like there's pressure to deliver on this next record, or are you just kind of like chilling?
At first, I was chilling, but I'm really competitive. And somebody said to me, "Well, I don't know, man. Second album is the hardest to make. You could have that second album slump and all that kind of stuff." And I'm super competitive, so I'm like, "Okay, cool."
He's like, "Say less." Cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. My team knows I'm super like, like I'm just, I don't know. Sometimes like if an artist, if I'm on tour or something like that, or I'm doing shows like throughout the year, and an artist goes and does something, I'll literally sit there and watch for a minute, and I'll go put on The Last Dance with Michael Jordan, and I'll watch that, and I'll come out and
you ready.
Oh no, I'm not. Charlie Wilson told me, he said, "Don't let nobody outdo you."
That's great advice, though.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you have competition out there? Do you feel threatened, or
No,
I gotta just
no.
It's all love?
No, and if I do, great. That means that means the third album's gonna be even crazier. But I don't feel threatened. But there's incredible R&B artists out here.
Yeah.
Incredible artists. I'm not I'm not the only one. You know, and I still look up to Tank vocally and R. Kelly lyrically. Done.
So outside of yourself, who are you listening to that's out right now?
I know I've been listening to Tank's new album with him and Alex Isley joint. That tough. Tough. I listened to Isaiah Falls. I've been listening to him. Trying to think, it's a lot of new R&B artists that I've been getting put on, obviously by my homie Joe K. Joe K from Selection. So he helps me get the vibe right. But as far as just R&B artists, period. Like I listen to a lot, but I always go back to the R. Kelly and the old Tank. But then I go back even further and go to Luther Vandross and I go to Prince and I go to them more. I think because there's not a lot of artists now. There's artists out there, but there's not a lot of artists that move me to a point where I'm like, give me that feeling so
feelings.
Yeah,
feelings.
This podcast is about
feelings. so give me your top 5 on the R&B male artists
Of all time?
Yeah.
Of all time?
Yeah.
Number 1, R. Kelly.
Kells.
Okay. Number 2, I can't say him because he's not R&B. He's a singer, but he's not R&B. So I can't say him, huh?
Who's him?
You said R&B though, right?
Who is him?
John Mayer.
Yeah.
You got some R&B stuff now.
He's soul, right? Soul.
John Mayer is always alive.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So he's all right. Bet. Cool. So you got R. Kelly 1, obviously John Mayer 2, D'Angelo, all day long.
Yes, sir.
Number 4, Tank.
Mm-hmm.
And number 5, I want to say, who do I always go to? I want to say it's a close Luther or Marvin.
Yeah.
It's close. It's because I listen to a lot of Luther. The way I do "You Look Better" on stage, I got that from Luther.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a real close. But obviously, I know my 4. Obviously, I got that. But that's
5. A rock solid list, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and I'm just thinking lyrically, and I'm thinking there's vocals in there too, but that the writing.
Ooh, that's a list.
That's a list.
Because John Mayer can write his ass off.
He can write.
John Mayer. Yeah. Phil, come on, man.
He's all right.
He's all right. You sound crazy.
So October, I saw you a few weeks ago, Hampton, Virginia, on the Serenade tour. I'm at the venue, I'm at the soundboard, and I saw this crew of people with cameras and everything. He had his cigar in hand. I said, "Who's that?" I said, "It's October." In the zone, we were watching Jasmine Sullivan's set.
Okay.
And that tour, as it kicks off with you into Jasmine, who's singing her ass off.
Yeah.
And then obviously Max is great, but that package, how has the tour been going?
It's been going great. And we're all just doing our thing. We're all getting along. We're all just doing our part, and it's like for me to be, opening up for them is like, it's crazy. Oh, and I made a mistake. No, I didn't. I wouldn't say I made a mistake because Maxwell's in my 5.
Okay.
So it's watching him it's like, okay, he really he does it.
Yeah.
He does it.
And he's such a nice guy.
And I saw him watching your show that night. He was actually watching your show and he watched Jazz as well. But I was watching him pay attention and just to every detail. Like Max is one of my favorites too. And your friend, so.
Yeah. He's just such a nice guy. I talk to him almost every day on tour, and he's just like, "You need anything? Whatever." Like we had a little mishap with the tour bus. Tour bus broke down, and he was just like, "Hey, I got you. Don't even worry about it. Everything's good." So that was because I didn't reach out like he was reaching out.
Wow.
Like, you good? Yeah, I'm good. So
I mean, touring is so important for artists, especially when you're building your fan base, right?
Absolutely.
And so, I mean, Chuck and I have had a little bit of a close look because our girls, the Shandellas, have been on the road with you on your tour.
Yeah, love the Shandellas. Just saw them last night, and we hung out.
But it's interesting to watch, obviously, the song and the album build into bigger audiences and stuff like that. But what's the difference between you headlining your show versus opening for Maxwell? What's the difference, and what are you learning?
I'm learning a lot doing the headline because I've been doing. That's the crazy thing. When I got with Snoop, it was just instantly, bam, 30,000 people. It was not, let's do a little bar, a little venue. He's just like, yo, let's go out on, you're going to go out on tour with me. What? I am? I'm going to get paid how much? Hell yeah, I'm going on tour. Yeah, and I'm just doing backups for you? Absolutely. Like, let's go. I can, I know your music, so let's go. So I go out there and do that. But it was just like stadium status.
Yeah.
It wasn't a little thing. So I got that first. So when I did my headline, everybody's like, "Oh, you sure you're gonna be able to handle?" I'm like, "Dude, I've been doing stadiums. I've been doing arenas." So, but it's different because you as an artist, you look at, okay, my headline tour, my merch was going out the door. Like we couldn't keep enough of it.
Wow.
Now this one, it's like you're in an arena, so they got to get to it, and then we leave the stadium. So merch is lower than what expected. Like just learning all the ins and outs. Yeah, so it's different. It's different on that aspect, but it's also different, obviously, crowd wise. Like, but I get that energy off the crowd. So if I have my drink, I got my cigar, and that crowd is singing like they do, like they sing my stuff word for word, which is wild. It's wild because I'm like, oh, they're only gonna know Back to Your Place, and they're only gonna know Mulholland Drive.
They know everything,
word for word.
Yeah.
If I stop singing, they're just going.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, like it's freaks me out a little bit because I'm like, y'all really listen to it. Like I might be kind of good. I might be kind of good.
I shouldn't quit this thing.
I shouldn't.
So no more truck driving school, basically.
No more truck. Now I can whip them. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know, if the bus driver falls short, I can always whip them.
Skill to have.
Oh, it's a great skill to have, and I respect them a lot because I learned a lot during truck driving school. I learned so much of how it all that operates, the laws and everything. So I respect truck drivers a lot more.
Yeah.
You know, even being on tour, seeing them and how they're moving and all that, you got to respect.
And when you realize that America specifically, like truck drivers are literally what's getting your stuff from point A to point B.
Absolutely.
It ain't flights, it ain't trains, it's trucks that are bringing all the products, the food, everything. You got to have a lot of respect for them it's a little scary on the road sometimes.
Absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
That's what's keeping everything going is that system.
And we were driving through that hurricane. So that was wild. Trees on trucks and trees down and just everything backed up. And in the middle of that, the bus, we were supposed to get a newer bus. So we're on the older one, and it was just every 2 miles it would overheat.
Damn.
It was just crazy stuff going on. Water was out of it and all that. So a couple nights, 3 nights, we're on the bus trying to get ready. We ain't got no water, nothing like that. We got to go in the arena, shower. Like artists really, and I love it because artists really have to like understand that and live in that moment.
Not telling they need to hear that because I think they think, especially when you present something like The Rebirth of Marvin, which is so upscale.
Yeah,
I think they think that it's he's just floating around and it's
they're
feeding him grapes.
You know, they're dropping rose petals. Like bro,
it's hard work.
It's hard work. Like they think that because they go on YouTube and they see the clips, but they only see I used to watch the clips of Wiz Khalifa and his boys are out playing basketball in the middle of the parking lot and hanging out and all that. Yeah. And you watch that, and then all these artists are like, so it's just one big party all tour.
Right.
Yeah. Man, hell no. Hell no. Sometimes you don't shower. Like you gotta, if you're late, and there's times that you gotta load in, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and it's like I'm living good because I have a great team. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really taken care of and everything, and they won't let me do nothing. I can't carry nothing. I can't do nothing.
That's a great team.
That's a great team, but I'll be wanting to do stuff. Like during the hurricane, a tree fell, and I was out there in my Tom Fords, like still in uniform, like going to
Tom Fords trying to
and I'm in the Tom Fords. I'm about to go pick up a tree, and my agent was like, "Get your ass back on your bus, man! What are you doing?"
Nah, but always be that person. Always be the person that's down.
Because I want to help. You know what I'm saying? They're like, "Get back in the bus and eat some chips or something." Don't you got some Perrier in the back you want to drink?
Well, speaking of chips and Perrier, I'm curious to know
Chips and Perrier.
Chips, Perrier, and the rose petals. What's an October London rider? Like audience rider wise is something that all artists have. Like is it
the demands?
Like what would be something that would shock people? Is it all green M&Ms in a bowl? Is it
I heard about that. I heard about that. That is wild.
Yeah.
Pick my green M&M.
Yes.
I'm Rick James. Bitch.
I'm ashamed. You sounded like him.
Right.
That was crazy. I was like, wait a minute.
I can emulate people really well, which is weird.
Popped out.
It's very weird. But on the rider, it's water because I drink a lot of that. My team right now is like, oh, he's lying.
They over here laughing like, yeah, okay.
Okay.
Look at that. Water. Look at that.
No special candle, no special.
Yeah. I always have candles, like vanilla candles or something like that. So obviously make it smell good. I have OCD, so my room everything stays clean. Yeah, I think
it's a very clean. We were backstage at a show with Does. It's very clean and orderly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's like I have candles, I have water, I have obviously Coca-Cola if I want to mix a drink or something like that. You have Sprite, you have stuff like that. But there's fruit and the fruit dip. Like I gotta have that. It's fire to me. Like I don't know. I start like when I eat fruit, I have to have the fruit dip now. It's like yogurt. You know what I'm saying? It's weird.
See how things elevate. You know what I'm saying?
It started with just the water, and then it came, now we're elevating.
Now he wants fruit dip.
I gotta have fruit dip. Like those little things. But I don't really because I don't eat too much. Well, no, I eat a little bit before going on stage. So being in a room with other artists, they're just like trying to get their zen right. They're drinking tea with lemon and they're mixing it up. Me, I'm like, give me some ribs. Like, yo, I swear to you, I'm in my suit, like tie, just October, you got to go on in 30 minutes. Yeah, all right, cool. Let's pull up, and then I pull me a drink, and and they're just like, you're really gonna go out on stage? Like Maxwell came out and was like, you actually really go out there and with a cigar and liquor.
Listen. Yeah. You walked past, we were there again at the show, you walked past with a cigar. I'm like, yo, he's really going out with a cigar because singer to singer, every night, even when you're tired, that's impressive, bro. Like, a cigar while you sing that ain't for the weak. No. You know what I'm saying? That's old school. We were saying earlier, he could have lasted in the 60s and 70s during the struggle.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, during the struggle.
during the struggle era, because that's not easy to do.
No, it's not.
Most people are drinking their tea and steaming and chamomile and lemon and manuka honey. Not this dude.
Oh no.
Me. Hey, listen, I want to be right. He walked by like, it's showtime. Let's go, baby.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute.
So rock and roll.
And you come to sound check in the suit, I hear. Someone told me that.
Yeah, At one time I was getting I needed a haircut and I'm like not refusing to go on stage, but I'm just like, I can't. I got to get my haircut. So he's like, I'm just going to do it during sound check. So he came and cut my hair while I was doing sound check and everything. Like, oh yeah, and I come suited. I come already ready. Like my team runs like a well-oiled machine.
What's up?
Well-oiled machine. So it's like I'm there on time every single time. There's no late. I'm never late to sound check.
That's a gem.
My sound check is only 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Like we knock it out. Like as we go on there, I just go, ooh, and I'm like, yeah, the reverb sounds good, Matt. Thank you, I appreciate it. Go back in there, eat my ribs.
Listen, because
I love that. I hate a sound check.
Yeah, I mean,
all you gotta do is make sure everything's firing through. We good.
Yeah. Unless there's like something technical, like the mic or something like that, then okay, cool. We'll take a little bit longer. But other than that, I walk on there. Yeah, let's run through half of Mulholland Drive. Run through it. All right, cool. We're good. Yeah. And they're like, Maxwell and them were like, Jesus Christ. Like, all right.
Cool, let's go.
Let's go. Like, yeah, it helps, gotta help each other out,
What's your favorite song to perform?
You Look Better. You Look Better? Yeah.
I want to use, since we talked about John Mayer, and you do so much in terms of different kinds of genres, I want to make sure that you get this out because, we hate being pigeonholed as artists. Yeah. So give me your top 5 that people will be surprised outside of R&B that you love.
Coldplay. I don't know if that's a big surprise, but man, who else do I like? I mean, let's see, Coldplay. I've been listening to this song. It's been on my playlist, and forgive me because I don't know that. When you go was a dream.
Oh, Dreams.
Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, I love that.
You can just get lost in their whole catalog.
Man, I gotta start
Stevie Nicks and
yeah. I love jazz. I love Boney James. Obviously, I got a record with him, which was crazy to come about. But I don't know. Some artists that would surprise you. I'd have to look at my playlist again because I go through so many phases. It just depends on my vibe and where I'm at. Like, so yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It just depends on where I'm at.
Do you have a dream collaboration that you?
Dream collaborations: John Mayer and D'Angelo. If I can get them both on the same record.
Hold on.
On the same record.
John Mayer and D'Angelo in October, London. Yeah, I like that.
I tried to get Charlie Wilson and Ronald Isley on A Beautiful Woman.
Wow. That'd be crazy.
That'd be stupid.
I was gonna get Shabba Dabba Dwee 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 and La Da 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 Da. Dog, I get to start with Shabba Dabba Dwee Dwee Dwee. You know what I'm saying? And I get I get both of those. I tried, bro. I swear I'm gonna try to do a remix and put them on it.
Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So, but dream collab, obviously John Mayer and D'Angelo for sure.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
For sure. Me and Maxwell are going to work on a song after the tour. We're going to knock out that. Me and Kim are doing a song. So it's gonna be a lot of features.
KEM, not Kim Burrell.
No,
Making
no,
sure.
KEM.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean,
Maybe
I'd love
Kim
to-
Burrell as well.
Or Little Kim.
Or Little Kim. All the Kims.
You gotta have that.
There's room for the Kims.
There's room for the Kims.
There's room for the Kims.
Yeah.
Let's play a little special edition of Keep or Kill, October London edition.
Keep or kill.
Keep or Kill.
This is like
Take a
is
sip.
this like a fuck, marry, kill?
Oh, it could be.
It's that extreme, yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, it's
All
that
right.
extreme.
Just asking.
So you basically, the keep is your preference out of the two options.
Yes, sir.
Nothing against the other side, but you might like, it might be, for example, Boys to Men or Jodeci. You might say, hey, I want to keep Jodeci.
Okay.
Okay.
You might as well just start right there. That's a good place to start. Boys to Men or Jodeci.
God, I'm gonna have to go if you had to force me in a room, and I'd have to go with Jodeci.
Keeping Jodeci.
I'm gonna keep Jodeci because I'm just a '90s R&B head, and
Yeah.
I know that they've been around for a long time, but you know, it's something about Jodeci, man. They just is. Living away from me, like you know, away from me. I don't know what
Not
it is.
Not the viral clip.
Yeah.
Of Casey and Jodeci. Yo, that's crazy.
I got one for you. Urban AC or country?
Oh, I really enjoy making country music. It relaxes the hell out. I really enjoy it. So, urban AC or country? I gotta go country. Country.
I got one.
Yeah.
What's going on or Hear My Dear?
What's going on?
Okay.
Isley Brothers or Earth, Wind, and Fire?
Isley Brothers.
112 or Jagged Edge?
Jagged Edge. The Jagged Edge Hard album. Pause. I guess that's pause.
Pause.
Yeah, Jagged Edge did some records. 112 though gave you Peaches and Cream. Gave you that. Oh, 112. Man,
not the accurate slim.
We got slim
down.
yeah, gotta say, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. If my voice from like I've been, you know, obviously I've been up all night doing something, doing that. I would have been able to really do it, but man, that's tough. Jagged Edge or 112. I gotta go with 112.
Okay.
I got to. They have a bigger catalog with more. I think they have more hits. I don't know.
I think I know the answer because we talked about it, but let me throw this out there. As a songwriter, R. Kelly or Babyface?
R. Kelly.
He didn't have to wait.
Brandy or Monica?
Brandy.
Chris Brown or The Weeknd?
Chris Brown.
Dang, that was a good one.
My vocal Bible, Jasmine Sullivan, or the other vocal Bible, Brandy?
Like what?
Damn.
What?
Jasmine Sullivan or Brandy?
Brandy.
All right.
It's
All right.
Brandy. She's like, you know.
A couple of weeks ago, they were celebrating the 30th anniversary of the Brandy album.
The first one.
And then you just have to really realize, like, she kicked in the door.
Yep.
Like,
Oh yeah.
it was a sound.
She kicked in the door, waving the 4-4.
Waving the 4-4.
All day.
Biggie or Pac?
Death Row.
It was an accidental trick question.
Yeah, it was. That was.
I didn't realize.
Snoop.
Right.
No. Yeah. Death Row all day.
Death Row.
Death Row. Death Row.
That's a good. That was good. That was good.
That's good.
Yeah. Before my phone started ringing.
Right. Like, hey, yo, dog, I saw the interview.
Yeah, I saw the interview.
I saw the interview.
Hey, yo, nephew.
Right.
Make some noise. Special edition of Keep or Kill, October London. You kept it real.
Yes.
I kept it real.
Yeah. You definitely kept it real.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
There's so much space for you to do everything, right? Like, very few artists have the kind of diversity at the beginning, right? That you can see. Everything you mentioned makes total sense in terms of what you want to do, based off your personality, what you've presented as an artist. I mean, there's also there's just like this. You could go straight jazz, you go straight Michael Bublé with that shit and collect all the monies. There's just a lot of ways you can go. I'm excited to hear all the ways October London releases music, because
2025 is going to be a problem.
And you know what? I love that you're doing this now as people are still discovering you,
Right.
because they can get used to you doing so many different things. Whereas a lot of artists, they stay in one bag for so long, and then when they try to deviate, it's like, well, wait, what you doing?
Yeah.
So,
I saw Music Soul Child was turned over to be a rapper.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that lasted a quick second.
A good 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We want the neo soul.
Yeah, he
Stick to that.
was on some. I shoot you in your chest, I'll wet ya. Shout out to music.
Shout out to music though.
Yeah.
We sound crazy. The Esther Roll
Award.
That is the illustrious Esther Roll, who is also framed behind you here.
Oh man.
So the surprise is,
What?
speaking of diversity, that's her gospel album
Yeah.
called The Garden of My Mind.
What?
So the fact that we're talking about doing all the kind of genres and getting them all out is perfect for this segment, because this was kind of birthed out of the idea that there's a lot of Black artists, entertainers, people in our business that don't get the flowers they deserve. And we're not even aware of all the things they were capable of.
Mm.
So outside of the ones who always get the flowers, we have this segment where we nominate and give the RnB, the Esther Roll Black Excellence Award,
That's so dope.
to someone we all agree upon
Mhm.
every episode. So
Mhm.
now you're part of the delegation. You're part of the
Nice. Thank you.
group. So we're gonna all throw out nominations, and we'll vote and see how this lands. This is gonna be a good week. We got some opinions here.
I think I got one.
Go ahead.
So, y'all know I'm at the house on the weekend listening to the records. I was saying earlier how I was listening to Sister Sledge, the We Are Family album, and how Luther Vandross's background vocals is all over that record.
Mhm.
But the album was produced by Niles Rogers and his partner. I forget his partner's name. Forgive me for that. But I'm going to put Niles Rogers on the
Now
table.
right
this
on the
week.
table.
Yeah, because between that, the Chic stuff, Change, Diana Ross,
Beyonce.
Madonna. I mean,
Everything.
all the way up to Daft Punk, like all the stuff he's doing still to this day. Yeah, legend, but we don't talk about him enough. So,
Okay.
yeah.
That's crazy. 'Cause I was gonna say him as well.
Really?
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
His bass player is my
He-
best friend, like my brother, Jerry Barnes.
That's crazy.
Jerry Barnes. But yeah, his older bass player was Bernard Edwards.
Bernard
Yeah,
Edwards.
Bernard
That's who it
Edwards,
was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was literally, when you said that, I was like, oh, I gotta give it to Now.
Now,
And then he
okay.
said Now. I was like, oh, well. So you got
Nice.
2 for Now.
All right.
Dang.
I'm gonna nominate Music Soul Child,
Okay.
Okay.
The rapper or the singer?
the singer, because I do feel like again we talk about R&B and who's the king and all of this that, but like yo, he has an insane catalog
Absolutely.
Mm.
of love songs, of R&B, of neo soul. Like he really was and is a sound,
Absolutely.
and I want to make sure that he gets his love. Music Soul Child.
Absolutely.
We lost this legend a few weeks ago. His catalog speaks for itself. An arena artist,
Yeah.
the one and only, the late great Frankie Beverly.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Dang.
Because again, I don't feel like Frankie really got the flowers he deserved.
That's true.
And even when you talk to white people don't even know Frankie.
They don't
Beverly.
even know
It's
who he
like,
is.
They don't even know. It's crazy. But an arena artist and a
They be
cultural,
like, I'm sorry for your loss.
And
I'm
a-
like, you don't know who this
yeah.
is.
Yeah, they're like,
but a
yeah.
cultural icon in the Black community. He's done so much, and obviously the great Marvin Gaye discovered Frankie Beverly. But Frankie
Ooh.
Beverly's
Wait,
my
what?
nominee. Yeah, that's who discovered him. Marvin Gaye.
Marvin Gaye discovered Frankie Beverly.
That's crazy. I did not know that.
Yeah.
That's who Silky Soul is about.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Silky Soul is about Marvin. When you listen to the lyrics, he's literally talking about his experience with Marvin Gaye.
I was today years old.
What?
Dang.
I was
Silky
today
Soul.
years
I was
old.
today years old.
Singer. Yeah. That's about Marvin.
That's crazy.
Don't be dropping gems like that in the middle of the RnB nomination process.
I'm just saying.
Oh, when we get in the car, we gotta play Silky Soul. Now I did not know that. That is wow.
That's crazy. I want to nominate Kool in the Gang. I just been going through their discography. I had the song Cherish. You remember the song Cherish?
Yeah.
Yes.
I always thought that was the DeBarges. I didn't know that was until I looked it up that was Cool in the Gang.
Wait, which Cherish?
Cherish the love we have.
That's Cool in the Gang. I mean, I know the song really well. All right,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah.
This is gonna be
Vanessa
great.
Bell Calloway was in that video.
So that took me down
Sweet.
that rabbit hole. So I want to nominate Cool in the Gang.
This is difficult.
So just to recap, we got Niles Rogers, Music Soul Child, Cool in the Gang, and Frankie Beverly. Period. Not Frankie Beverly and Maze,
all right,
but
Frankie
you know,
Beverly.
but Frankie Beverly.
Let me get my life together for this.
All right, you can vote as many times as you want. This first go round, if we hit a tie, then we'll do the tiebreaker. A show of hands for Niles Rogers. 5 out of 5. Music Soul Child.
Y'all are so racist.
I mean, we went from Niles Rogers to Music Soul Child. I knew the fight was rigged. Man.
It was rigged for sure.
Oh God. Yo.
Plus, you waited until after we was talking about the rapper music. Yeah.
That's how it came to mind. So I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Yo, no shade to music.
No, we love music.
We love
He just
music.
made the
People
cut.
ain't gonna win this
He
one
wasn't
though.
gonna- sorry.
This ain't gonna be it.
It's gonna be your week. Sorry.
Cool in the Gang.
Cool in the Gang gets a.
Yeah.
And last but not least, Frankie Beverly.
I see we have a tickety. We have a tie.
Hey man, what we gonna do this week? We don't do this often, but
Yeah.
I love Niles Rogers. He's done so much for music and culture,
Yes.
and of course we love Frankie Beverly. I'm not gonna put these two black men against each other. We're gonna give the award to both of them. Congratulations to
Yeah,
Niles
man.
Rogers and the late great
Oh.
Frankie Beverly.
That's right.
You are both the recipients this week of the Esther Roll
Absolutely,
Black
absolutely.
Excellence
I love
Award.
that. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And I had no idea that Marvin Gaye discovered Frankie.
No, I'm mind blown.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's legit.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Google it.
crazy.
I'm just gonna send music some flowers anyway. Because I'm calling 1-800-Flowers when we leave here.
1-800-Flowers. Flowers.
I feel terrible.
Actually, why don't you just go stream the record he's rapping on? That'll.
Or you can scream the song that I wrote for him. We can
That part.
Oh, flex.
Flex. Subtle flex.
Yeah.
Stream yes.
Yes, the
But Miss Soul
answer
Child.
is
That's what I'm
yes.
saying to you.
Cheers to you.
Right.
Cheers to you, El Capitan.
October Nights is available everywhere. Music is
Yeah.
streamed. Check it out right now. Is it vinyl?
There will be vinyl for Rebirth of Marvin and
Yes.
October Nights.
Yes.
Yeah.
Double whammy.
Double whammy.
Wham. Wham. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, and we even got vinyl for, I do Doggy Land Kid Show as well with Dog.
Yeah.
I'm the co-creator. I do the voice of Woofy and I do the music. And we have vinyl for that too.
Wow.
I feel like acting is coming too. Am I wrong? Is acting on the way? More acting, or I can see that
We're
happening.
working on it.
Them voiceovers were spot on.
Yeah, we're working on it.
Yeah.
We're working on it because that was my first time doing voiceovers, doing Woofy, the character
Okay.
Woofy. So doing that, it's been fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's just pretty cool to just go into a whole different person.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
it's- you know, and I even put my son on Doggy Land as well. So he's on there as a feature. Like my son's doing music now too. So
It's family affair now.
hey, and he's 7. So
7, but he's watching you do it right.
oh
So-
yeah. He's got writing credit on Mulholland Drive. He's
Oh,
got
wow.
writing. Oh yeah, no, he's got plaques and he's 7.
He said he's got black.
No, he's got plaques. Yeah, his
what's up.
school just figured out who I was and now what he's doing, and it's been a shit show since. Absolute shit show. Okay, he's like, yo, I walk into the building one day and it's hey, because my real name's Jared. Hey, Jared, how's it going? And then it's like following after that, I like figured out the principal's calling. Hey, let's have a meeting. Let's have a meeting. Let's talk about giving Sean golf. So let's do a golf course like in his name. And he's at a private school. So he's like, let's do a
yes.
golf course. And I'm just like,
They're coming
why
for-
you want to do that? Well, we heard all these great things that are going on, and you want to check.
Ah, they want a check.
You want
Get to the point.
You want to check. So
Yeah.
now it's like this whole thing at his school, like all this, like
we call it the Back to Your Place playground.
yeah, we're doing like a whole like thing, like like my son's inviting people on private jets. Like I'm just like, bro, he's got a little girlfriend, and you know, I
Yo, he got plaques. What you expect?
yeah,
Like,
but I go through his bag, and I'm just like, dear whoever the little girl was, I'm gonna buy you a Cybertruck, but my dad has one, so I'll just give you his when he's tired of it.
what?
Bro, bro, stop giving away my things.
Side note, you have a Cybertruck?
Yeah.
Do you love
I'm
it?
I'm a car head. I'm like music and cars. I'm a car
Okay.
fanatic. Not old school. I like a couple old schools. I like 65 Lincoln Continental, but I'm more new school.
You like the Cybertruck?
I do, man. I do. I don't like all the fingers I've been getting.
Really?
Driving. Oh, dude.
People are that mad about it?
You get the ones that are just, oh my God. And then you get the ones that are like, fuck you, man. Oh, I get that all the time.
All or
yeah.
nothing with the Cybertruck.
Oh, yeah. But it's a nice everyday vehicle.
All right.
It's nice.
All right.
It's cool.
Make sure you follow us on all platforms at We Sound Crazy and WeSoundCrazy.com.
And shout out to our partners at Visit Music City. Thank you so much for your support.
Now, October,
Mm-hmm.
at this point, we ask our special guest, which is you, to pick the song that you think encapsulates this conversation to go out with. You get to DJ this thing out. So what song takes us out of this episode of We Sound Crazy?
You know what? It's got to be Third Shift on my album, my new album.
Third Shift it
Third
is.
Shift it is.
Third Shift it is. October nights, available everywhere music is consumed or streamed.
Yes.
Until next time, y'all.
We Sound Crazy. Thank you, October London.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, man.
I want to come back.
Oh, you gotta
Yeah,
come back.
man.
Well,
Anytime.
I'm bringing my son. You can talk to him.
Yeah.
Get the plaque signed.
Yeah, right. right.
We out here, y'all. Until next week.
Appreciate you.
Peace.
You don't understand. Ain't no 9 to 5 gonna keep me.
We sound crazy.